Hey, it's another Wednesday. We are live, another episode of SNL. My name is Lane.
And I'm Philip.
And I'm really excited about today's topic. Today, we're going to be talking about tips to succeed, how to properly work with your mortgage professional. These are people that, if you're a first-time home buyer, if you haven't bought a home in a long time, you're going to find a lot of value in this particular video because working with your mortgage professional might be a little bit different today than last time you purchased. Or if you're a first-time home buyer, it's going to be a lot different because you don't know any better. But we're going to be talking about all the different tips. And let's kick it off, Philip.
Well, obviously, if you've made a decision that you're going to dip your toe in the water to possibly purchase something, and if you don't have a bundle of cash laying around in your mattress or in your bank account or somewhere you can access, you're probably going to have to get a loan. So that comes into play. And then, of course, you have to find somebody who thinks you're a good credit risk, and that's going to process that. So the thing that you want to do is get your stuff together, go in confidence with knowing ahead of time, okay, this is my income, this is what I feel comfortable with, because there's a balance there. So, and just know you're going to have to know have the basics with you. You're going to have your tax returns or W-2s. If you're a W-2 employee, if you're self-employed, you're going to have once again, tax returns. If you already know your credit score pretty much, you can get by with that as the preliminary visit with or speaking with the lender, that you don't have to worry about them pulling your credit right away. But and also remember that everything you have is a debt against your qualification. So make sure you know about your car payments, how much those are. If you have a credit card balance, there's a monthly payment that goes along with that the lender is going to have to look at to make sure that they put all that together to make sure you're qualified.
School loans, spousal support, it can all go against you. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That's a great point. Go in there with confidence, know your situation. And one of the reasons why a lot of credit card companies like American Express or whoever you use, they offer these free FICO scores. You have a rough idea going into it what your FICO is. Right. So now if you know that let's say you're an 800 FICO or about an 800 FICO, and you're not really ready for them to pull your credit, you can run these scenarios with your mortgage professional because ahead of time, you have the income, you have the debt, you know about what your credit is. So they can be able to hypothetically run estimated scenarios for you. So that way you're in a good position for when the time does come and you're getting closer to pulling that trigger, they can run your credit then.
Right. Absolutely.
But moving on, we like this next one here, which is tips on, well, that's the banner, but let's talk about who offers you the best rate and terms for your situation. So it's okay to shop around and see what mortgage professionals can do for you in terms of their offer and their credits. That nobody's equal, right? So you have mortgage brokers, you have big banks, you have credit unions, and they all offer different products and they all run and operate differently as well. So it's okay to shop around and get different flavors, if you will. If you're working with a bigger bank, they only have a particular handful of products that they can offer you. If you work with a mortgage broker, for example, they can run different investors and also work with the big banks and shop around for you. And a lot of times our clients do lean towards the mortgage broker side of things if they're just a well-rounded borrower in general, just because of what I just mentioned. They usually can provide you good customer service. They can shop around on your behalf. One thing to also ask your mortgage professional when you're shopping around, are there any prepayment penalties? And ask about ways and tips to pay off your mortgage early if that's a goal for you as well. If you're taking out a 30-year fixed rate loan, maybe you want to pay it off in 15 or 20 years for success. So that's some of the information to ask your professional ahead of time as well.
Absolutely. Those options exist, and you want to find out all of that ahead of time.
Yeah,
exactly. The main thing, obviously, is thinking about customer service, how you want to be cared for, and how much hand-holding that you need. If you're a first-time buyer, then you're going to want a loan broker or a loan agent that's going to hold your hand and walk you through the whole process, because it's all new to you. And if they're professional and they have your best interest at heart, then they're going to understand that and take the time, whatever time it takes, to make sure that you're comfortable, you're educated, and that you understand what the process is. So it's almost like interviewing somebody for a job, is that you're hiring them to do something for you that's a very important part of, obviously, your portfolio of buying a home is a big deal. So you want somebody that you feel comfortable, you feel that they have your back all the time. You want somebody who communicates with everybody constantly, not only yourself, but your real estate professional, and if in this competitive market, the lender, you can get you can get your offer accepted if you have easier if you have a lender who's willing to make the extra effort to call the listing agent to go over your qualification, just to confirm that you are a good risk for the seller, that you're going to perform on the loan. So it's a communication customer service package that you want to just make sure that you feel comfortable with that person.
That's exactly right. On a scale of 1 to 10, Philip, how hard is it being a buyer in this particular marketplace?
Oh, wow. I'd say we're probably stretching to an 8 to 9 here.
So it's very difficult in this marketplace to be. It's very
Absolutely.
competitive. So any little edge that you can get,
Right.
whether it's the help of your real estate professional and mortgage professional, that's what you want. That's why customer service is just as important as the rate and the cost. You want somebody that's going to provide you good rate and cost, but at the same time provide you great customer service, because there could be, and a lot of times for us, it's true, Philip, that they can be the final reason that our offer was accepted.
Absolutely. It's all part of the team that's working for you, your real estate professional, the lender, all that. You're a package. You're being packaged when you write an offer, and your package is being presented to a seller along with, in this marketplace, a lot of other packages of other buyers. So you definitely want to be the one that rises to the top with your qualification, with how thorough you are, and how thorough your team has presented you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. The next one here, it's okay to ask for references. That's something that I don't hear too many people do. I wish people that were, hiring me or interviewing me asked for references, because I would love to provide them. But go ahead and ask your mortgage professional for different references. And some of the questions you might want to ask them: are you, like, when you talk to these references, was the lender or the mortgage professional able to meet their contractual deadlines? Meaning, were they able to get you loan approval before the loan contingency was removed? If it was a 30-day escrow, were they able to fund the loan within 30 days? I know there's some things that are out of the lender's control, but you want to get that feedback from these other clients of this particular mortgage professional to know ahead of time that you can confidently ask for a 30-day escrow, or you can confidently reduce the contingencies in for the loan contingencies to increase your chances of getting an offer accepted. So again, these are great questions to ask your mortgage professional, but at the same time, ask somebody who's actually already worked with them.
No, absolutely, because that's how you learn how the person works, and if you feel comfortable. Also, especially if it's somebody who maybe, when you're asking for references from the lender, that you find or ask them to send you, or send the reference of somebody who's kind of in your same situation. Like maybe if you're self-employed, then how did they perform on another client of theirs that was self-employed, that had maybe the same kind of challenges and such that you do, and to make sure that they felt like getting the right service based on their scenario.
Absolutely. Let's go to number 5.
Well, obviously, you're forming a team here as you're thinking about buying a house or buying an investment property or something. You're forming a team that's going to be working with you. You have a real estate professional, hopefully the Sackin-Stone team, and then from there you'll have a lender if you need to get a mortgage. Then there are other people on your team that they're going to work together to make sure that you're successful. So and it starts with the real estate professional, in our opinion, because lean on them or us for our opinions about things and maybe references that we have. But always, we encourage people to shop around and feel comfortable with the different lenders. But we are a good source to get you started.
Yeah, and some buyers, they might not know where to start, right? Like they might not, they can go to their bank and talk to the mortgage professional in their bank, but maybe they want to be introduced to a broker and they just don't know any. And that's why you want to really lean on your real estate professionals there for these particular introductions, because if you're working with somebody who's been around, in our case, the team's been around since 1988, and it's a really top team. I'm touting ourselves, of course, but we've surrounded ourselves with top mortgage professionals. So
Correct.
Definitely, if you need a reference, lean on your real estate professionals, because they've been working with these guys, these mortgage professionals, for a really long time. They've vetted out the best that offer the combination of everything that we're talking about: the best rates,
Absolutely.
the best cost, the best customer service. They know how to help you get offers accepted. So go ahead and lean on your real estate professional.
Absolutely. We've been around. We live in the trenches every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some final thoughts here. So there's a difference between what you're approved for or pre-approved for and what you're comfortable with. So just always remember that sometimes you might be pre-approved for more than what you're comfortable in spending. So make sure you get these estimates of costs and rate from your mortgage professionals ahead of time. You can get it written, have copies of it. So when it comes down to congratulations, you got an offer accepted and they give you the loan estimate, compare what they had originally estimated to make sure everything's in line there. And they can run these scenarios for you all day long, as far as 5% down, 10% down, 20% down, more different rate scenarios. If the rates go up a little bit, if the rates go down a little bit, and just make sure that you're in your comfort zone. So when you're submitting these offers on these homes, and maybe you need to go up a little bit in price because you're in a competitive marketplace, you feel confident in being able to do so because you know you can handle the costs for the down payment, plus the closing costs and the rate at the end of the day.
Right, and absolutely make sure that if you are shopping lenders or shopping for anything, make sure you're comparing apples to apples, because just like in any product that is out there, there are loss leaders, and we know in the reality, in real life, there is no free lunch. There's no one that's working for free. There's no lenders that are nonprofit out there. They all are profit-making companies, but you want to make sure that they're being honest with you and upfront with you on what the costs are, and that's why you want to get that in writing, because there's other lenders in the past that have offered 0 costs, 0 points, all those terms that you'll understand when you start looking into it, but then they have a processing fee that's $3,000 maybe. So, but they just happen to not tell you that. So you want to make sure that you're comparing. If you are shopping around, that somebody who's offering something that just sounds too good to be true probably is too good to be true.
Yeah. And those are some quick tips, how, tips to success, how to properly work with your mortgage professional to succeed in a competitive marketplace. We hope that you found value in watching this video today. If you think somebody else that you know might find value, the best thing you can do for us is share this video with them. Give us a like, give us a comment, tell us what you think. If you have any additional questions regarding the mortgage process, we can answer to the best of our capabilities. But remember, we're not licensed mortgage professionals, but we can put you in contact with one if need be. But we're here for anything that you need whatsoever, or to provide the referrals that you need as well.
Absolutely, we're here.
Well, we're going to be back same time, same place next Wednesday. We love doing these SnL shows. We can't wait to have another relevant topic for you next Wednesday at 11 a.m. So we'll see you then.
Take care.